Kids born in 2010 were born 3 years after Apple introduced the first iPhone. These kids don't know a world without smartphones, so they will be eager to get a device in their hands. And why not? Basically, everyone else they see has one, including many of their friends. According to a study by Stanford Medicine, about 25% of US kids receive a phone by age 10, and 75% by age 12. Nearly all US children have phones by the age of 15. Certainly, there are upsides to your child having a smartphone. Their ability to contact you anytime and vice versa. Their ability to access information and entertainment. You may in fact want your child to have a smartphone simply so you can track them through GPS as a safety measure. But smartphones come with a number of dangers, the biggest of which is access to inappropriate content. One study found that 53% of kids between 11 and 16 viewed explicit material online, and 1/3 of those kids said they first saw pornography on a smartphone. Psychology Today writes that exposure to unhealthy audio or video content during childhood is linked to health and behavioral issues, including insomnia, increased aggression, sexualization, depression, anxiety, obesity, and drug use. Kids with smartphones often feel the pressure to share personal photos and information. Pew Research revealed that 88% of teens said they shared too much personal information online. If peers are posting pictures of themselves at the beach, your child may also feel the need to pose in a bathing suit and post it on Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok. Smartphones make it easy to fall into the trap of comparisons and creating that online persona they want people to see. If your son or daughter shares content online, they may subject themselves to cyberbullying. Kids can be merciless in person and even more so on a smartphone, buoyed by the bravado that comes from interacting in a virtual environment. Cyberbullying can lead to depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. And too much online time can lead to poor social skills, which are developed during face-to-face interaction. When kids have their faces in a smartphone, they are less likely to acknowledge the world around them. Smartphones can hinder a child's ability to maintain eye contact or develop crucial social skills with peers. One way to keep your child safe is to talk to them about which apps they want to use and why those are of interest to them. Check in routinely to make sure they are using it responsibly. Talk about safety and what information should and shouldn't be shared. Stress the dangers of oversharing and explain that privacy is something worth protecting. Consider writing a cell phone contract with your child. You can find a good one on the imom.com website. And if your child doesn't stick to the agreement, remember, you're the parent. You can always take the device away from them. Establish healthy limits on smartphone use and allow more freedom as your child demonstrates their ability to handle increased time on the device. Google offers a parental control program that can give you control over your child's smartphone. With Google Family Link, you can manage parental controls across Google services, manage, approve, or block the apps your child can use, monitor time spent on any app, limit screen time, even lock the device remotely. If your kid has a phone, it's worth considering. There's no cookie-cutter answer to what age is appropriate for your child to get a smartphone. As a dad, you have to decide if your son or daughter is mature enough to have access to a smartphone, and that decision is going to require some serious thought. But eventually, they're going to get one, and it'll be your job to make sure they're using it wisely.